I'm sure you've heard of the term Juju now. You, your friends, everybody in Lobby 1, they've all had a Juju. You've seen the profiles of a Rush player with 5 Tossmans get a Juju in Shadow Assassin armor, and they feel like they're on top of the world. That's just the power of the Juju. Part of the beauty of the Juju was its price. The Juju's craft recipe isn't made up of RNG items like a Warden helmet or a Terminator. It's made up of common items you can just find in the bazaar like Nulla Voids, Quartz Blocks, String, and Eyes of Ender. This not only gives the Juju a consistent price, but also ties that item's value towards the Juju. With everybody wanting to buy a Juju, it gave it a healthy price with lots of people looking to buy and sell. Only one small issue to get the Juju. You need Enderman 3 to get it. But that's not really much of a problem. You can grind out tier 1s or get a carry. So pretty much for a year, you had this dirt cheap bow that can carry into master mode and pretty much everybody has. If you're a developer for Hypixel Skyblock, how would you approach this issue? You can change the recipe to make it harder to get, either increasing the amount of items needed or making it an RNG. Both of those raise the barrier of entry but don't address the main issue with the Juju. It's just way too easy to get. It increases the price of a Juju a little bit, but considering you don't even need to be at your computer to make money now, all it does is delay the inevitable. You could pop the nuclear option and just nerf it, but then your entire player base will start complaining. We've seen other weapons get killed like the Flower of Truth, the Emerald Blade, and the Bone Meringue, but it's different when one can use it straight off of a fresh profile. One needs 2 billion coins to be good, and the other, someone is finding out how to do integer limit damage every single week. And compared to the Juju, it's just not really broken stats wise. You're probably thinking right now, okay, if it's easy to get, then make it hard to get, and that's exactly what they did. On September 28th, patch 0.15 released. The admins did the most evil thing. They didn't touch any of the stats. The Juju was just as good as it was before the patch, so then how could they have killed it, as I said in the title? They just raised the requirement. Now of course, this being Hypixel, the same issue they had over a year ago happened again. You could still use it in dungeons if you had it dungeonized, but it got patched and now the Juju is pretty much dead. Instead of needing Enderman 3, you need Enderman 5. Some of you might say it's only 2 levels, but levels scale. From level 1 to level 3 is 250 XP. That's 50 tier 1s, 10 tier 2s, easy stuff. Level 5 is 5000 XP total. That's already 1000 tier 1 bosses, 200 tier 2 bosses, 50 tier 3 bosses, and if you can do a tier 4, what are you doing trying to get a Juju? Keep in mind the audience of the people getting a Juju. Yeah, I get it. You, a person that owns a Juju, have really good skills and high net worth, and despite having a Juju, you don't deserve to be grouped together with that filth people call Juju nons. But other people might be a bit lacking in their skills. So from a solo standpoint, how are you going to get a Juju and use it? This isn't just a delay of the money requirement, but a delay of your current skills and gear, which is way harder to get than money. How about the price of the Juju? Is it too cheap to tank in price? Absolutely not. The prices of String and Eyes of Ender went untouched. That's because their value doesn't derive just from the Juju, and people still need them for other recipes. But those don't matter. What matters is the price of the 2 most expensive ingredients, Quartz Blocks and Ovoids. Ovoids stayed fine. If you need any of the Enderman Slayer recipes, then you need Ovoids. Quartz Blocks tanked in value. The reason Quartz Blocks aren't worth less is because most items have a safety net in their NPC value. So now you have an extremely cheap weapon in the hands of the wrong audience along with everyone trying to sell it. You can only imagine what happened to the price. The Juju went from a stable 33 million price to 16 million price and not to 6 million price. And on September 28th, 2022, the Juju shortbow was dead. Thousands of people grieved on the forums. Endgame players started flexing. It was a massacre. For 489 days, the Juju shortbow prospered. For the rest of the days, the Juju still prospered, but it's like the star of a Little League football team gets promoted to the NFL, gets a concussion, and loses all brain functionality for the rest of their life. Useless.